So here we've got the door panel on my OBS Ford here. In this case, this is a 93 F250. And as most of them are at this point, it is hopelessly broken. I've tried to repair it, so I put a metal handle on, then I put a washer behind, because this piece of sheet metal actually breaks. So this entire assembly, you have to pull it so far because it's flexing the entire door when you pull it, that this handle is basically unusable. It's when the actual panel's on, you have to pull this so high that it doesn't even, it kind of bumps up against the hole that it's coming out of, and you can just barely get the door open. It's really obnoxious. This is a horrible design. So what I'm at, but if you notice here, this entire assembly, all it's there to do is pull on this cable here. So with that in mind, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to rip all this out and just have this cable and just extend it out of the door with a little handle, and then I can just pull on the cable directly. I don't need to flex the door and, you know, leverage against the door panel to get the door open. Just pull on the handle. So I will show how I'm going to go about that and how it works out. I've got it all taken apart, got the area cleaned up, and you can see here's where it breaks right here. So, you know, I've seen people put, you know, plates of sheet metal in here and rivet them on and stuff, and that would work. I really don't want to go through all that. Rather just, you know, operate the cable directly. And you can see this how it works right here. Just well, it's kind of hard to show you with one hand, but you just basically you pull on this little end of the cable and it'll open the door. One thing you'll definitely want to do when you have it apart is lube that cable up with something like this PJ1 cable lube. So just get it right in there and give it a couple squirts, and then work it back and forth a couple times, and that'll make it a much smoother opening door, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is attach a cable to the end of this, and I'll show you how I do that and after this. All right, so here's what I got going on. So I put this is a 1/8 stainless steel cable, and yeah, it's way too big. I actually bought bigger than I realized, but that's fine. I mean, it'll work, you know, even better. But basically I just put a loop around that little cable stub and put one of these swage things on there to clamp it. So I've clamped it once, I'll probably clamp it again, but I mean, there's not a lot of weight. This isn't supporting a person's weight or anything, so it's not really critical. But basically, so I'll just cut this, you know, loop, this little extra, cut this down to length, run it out of the door, and then I'll attach my handle on the end of it. So yeah. So I ended up reusing this thing. I just kind of cut some of this crap off with the grinder and taped it back here to keep it out of the way, and then to use that to hold the cable so that you can actually pull on it. You can see that's how it works. It's not pretty, but you won't see any of this stuff because it's behind the door panel. So and then I've got this length of cable sticking out, so we'll poke this through the door and then go about attaching a little handle to it. And here's the finished product. So my little handle is just a weld ring I found at the tractor store, and I just did the same thing. I just swaged on a little link to form a loop with the other side of that rope, and it's you know, that's how it looks. It's not, I don't think it's terrible, but the main thing is it works pretty well. No more getting locked out of my own door because that thing's broken. So it should be pretty solid. There's no real, the only wear on this thing now is just the cable itself. So it should hopefully last a while. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you're brave enough to hack up your own truck like that, good luck to you. It's kind of a pain, but it's a horrible design, so just just doing the best I can. And the thing I use to make all these swages or crimps or whatever is just this hydraulic crimper that came with a 1/8 swage thing, and it's obviously horrible. As you can see, it's not making good swages, which is totally fine for this. Like I said, there's no person dangling from this, so it really doesn't have to be that strong. So with that in mind, I think this will work out a lot better than what I've had so far. So thanks for watching.